Good morning, students. Welcome to the e-learning class of grammar. Today we are going to continue with part 2, chapter number 26, and the name of the chapter is prepositions. Now, let us start with the chapter. So, topic is prepositions of travel. So, we use by plus noun to say how somebody travels. We will not use the or a article. So, for example, you can say, did you come by train or bus? At that time, we will not use the or a. What we will say? Did you come by train or bus? What is noun here? That is train or bus is your noun, and we will add by. We say by bike, by car, by road, by taxi, by bus. I will come by bus. I will come by train, by ship, by boat, by sea, by plane, and by air, etc. We cannot use by when we talk about a specific bike, car, etc. For example, I will go on my bike. I will not say I will go by my bike. No. What I will say, I will go on my bike. At that time, we will not use by. For next example, he came in Mr. Verma's car. At that time, we will not use he came by Mr. Verma's car. No. What will we say? We will say he came in Mr. Verma's car. My third example is we travelled on the 8:30 bus. We will not say we travelled by the 8:30 bus. That's wrong. What we will say? We will say we travelled on the 8:30 bus. Now we use on plus my, your, or on plus the to talk about a specific bike, bus, train, ship, or plane. We use in plus my, your, or in the or a with a specific car, taxi, van, or lorry. For example, we say on foot walking, not by foot. So, what we will say? We will say on foot walking. We are not walking by foot. Okay. Our next example is Gopi goes to school on foot. He walks to school. Now, at the beginning of a journey, we talk about getting in or into cars, taxis, lorries, and vans. And at the end of the journey, we talk about getting out of them. So, when we talk about motors, motorbikes, trains, buses, ships, boats, and planes, we use on, onto, and off. Now, let us go through few examples. My first example is the passengers got into the car. Why? Because it is the beginning of the journey. We are talking about the beginning of the journey. My next example is we paid the driver and got out of the taxi. Why? Because we are talking about getting out of them. My third example is it was difficult for her to get on the bus. My fourth example, he jumped onto the train. Next example is I have to get off the bus at the next stop. And my last example is we will be getting off the train in 10 minutes. Words followed by prepositions. So some nouns, verbs and adjectives, they are often followed by particular prepositions. Example of, suffer, from, popular, with. It is sometimes very difficult to know which preposition to use after a particular word. So you should note such combination as you come across them in your course of your reading. Now here are some of the most common combinations which often cause difficulty to Indian learners. First one is angry about or angry at something. So angry about means when we talk about certain topic or situation. For example, she got so angry about the decision on their case. Angry at can be used to communicate anger towards person or non-living things. For example, I am so angry at you for not telling me sooner. Second example is he was so angry at him for leaving the book messily on the table. Now, happy with, happy at, or happy about something. Now, happy means to feel satisfied with something. For example, I am very happy with your staff. Second example is, I am happy with my friends. Happy at. In that first example is, we were very happy at that time. Second example is, I am both sad and happy at the same time. Happy about. For example, that's nothing to be happy about. What do you mean by pleased? So pleased means showing pleasure and satisfaction. So we are going to use pleased with. So my first example is, I am pleased with the way things are going. And second example is, I am pleased with the way Sharma works. Delighted with. So first example in that is, we are delighted with the results. Second example is, everybody was delighted with Mansi. Now next one is delighted at. So the example for this is, people were delighted at knowing this. Delighted about. So in that first example is, he was delighted about Harry resigning as well. Second example is, hello, I got your reply and I am delighted about my order perfectly being processed. Next one is pleased with somebody. So example for this is, the principal was very pleased with the exam results. Surprised at and surprised by something. So first of all, meaning of surprised means feeling of unexpected. In that first example is, I am surprised at you playing with dolls at your age. And second one is surprised by. Example is, she was surprised by his visit. Next one is amazed at and amazed by something. So amazed at means showing great surprise or wonder. Example is, I was amazed at her knowledge of French. Next one is amazed by is a broader scope. So example for that is, we were amazed by his generosity. Now shocked at or shocked by something. So shocked at means surprised and upset. In that example is, we were all shocked at the news of his death. And shocked by. And the example is, he was visibly shocked by the incident. Anxious about or worried about one's health. So example is, I am anxious about my mother's health. Anxious for, waiting for news. So my sentence is, I am anxious for your results. Popular with young people. So sentence for this is, the trend is popular with the young people. Similar to something. So the example for this is, the content of this document will be similar to the information listed in the table. Next one is senior to, junior to, superior to, or inferior to somebody. So my first one is senior to. So example for this is, she is senior to me, so I have to follow her instructions. Next one is junior to. So example for this is, I am junior to her, so I have to follow the instructions of the senior authority. My third one is superior to. So example for this is, this restaurant is superior to the one we went to last week. And last one is inferior to. So example for this is, this restaurant is inferior to the one we went to last week. My next sentence is absent from school. So example for this is, she is often absent from school. Next one is given, she is married to an American, not married with an American. We will not say married with an American. Instead of that, we will say she is married to an American. Now, my next sentence is about good at crossword, bad at crossword, clever at crossword, or brilliant at crossword. So, first sentence is good at. She is good at playing crossword. My next sentence is bad at. He is bad at playing crossword. My third sentence is clever at. So sentence for this is Raj is clever at playing crosswords. And my fourth sentence is brilliant at. So sentence for this is Anita was brilliant at playing crosswords. Next sentence is a reason for the delay. So example for this is he specified the reason for delay, and next one is cause of the delay. So example for that is the man stated a cause of the delay of the project. Next sentence is a need for something. So example for this is there is a need for change in your behavior. My next example is an invitation to a party. So example for this is Mrs. Sharma accepted the invitation to the party. The next sentence is a solution to a problem. So sentence for this is my friend suggested a solution to the problem. Next sentence is difficulty with something, or you can say trouble with something. So first of all we will learn about difficulty with. So example is she is having difficulty with her school work this year. Next one is trouble with. So example is the trouble with this place is they don't care about the people who work here. Next one is agree with a person or opinion. So example for this is my teacher says reading is very important and I agree with her. Next one is agree about a subject of discussion. So example for this is they have agreed about the subject of discussion on financial issues. Next sentence is agree on a matter for decision. So example is we agree on a price for the car. The next sentence is agree to or agree with a suggestion. So first one is agree to. So example is I promptly agree to her suggestion that we defer the conversation for a month. The next sentence is agree with. So example for this is this time I agree with your suggestion. Next sentence is prefer tea to coffee. So example for this is I prefer tea to coffee. Next example is start for a place, not start to a place. Example for this is 2 days earlier we started for journey. Next sentence is suffer from an illness. So example for this is Anjali was suffering from an illness. The next sentence is shout at a person. In bracket it is given when you are angry. So example for this is Deepak shouted at him when he was angry. The next example is shout to a person. In a bracket it is given so that he can hear you. So example for this is Raj shouted to Ashok so that he can hear him. The next example is congratulate a person on his success. So example for this is Ajay congratulated Deepak on his success. My next sentence is translate something into another language. So example for this is French was translated into Hindi language. And my next sentence is operate on somebody for something. It is given cancer. So example for this is the person who is in the first row is admitted in the hospital for the treatment of cancer. So with this we have completed our topic of preposition. I hope each and everything is very clear to you. In the next session we will continue with our new topic. Thank you.